It's literally a big game. And they play for an axe, that annual contest to see which of these Bay Area schools will reign supreme. And after today, only one will be standing tall like a tree or chopping away at one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Golden Bears in Berkeley in California Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Golden Bears will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cardinal offense will take the field to get things underway. Last time these two bitter rivals got together, there was joy in Strawberry Canyon as Cal won a close one.
And that win really propelled Cal for the rest of the season. It was a momentum builder for them, and it just sort of stumbled Stanford. They had a hard time turning the page. This is one of those games, David, where if you lose it, you risk getting beat twice because it's hard to come back from.
So you're saying it's almost like that axe chopped down the Stanford tree last year and just ruined the season? That's what you're saying? I mean, that's what rivalry games do. They deflate you sometimes, and they change the trajectory of your season, and especially with the fans.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Gulbranson. Got a man, it's Ford. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This rivalry dates back to 1892, a mere 90 years before perhaps the most memorable play in college football history as Cal ran through the band on the field.
And that's a play they'll be talking about for another 250 years, no doubt. It's sort of synonymous with this rivalry between Cal and Stanford, and you never know. You never know any given year there's going to be a play that's just going to jump out at you, David, something you'll hit on.
And I think one of the cool nuggets about this series, the big game in 1982, the band running on the field, the one y'all referenced, every year whoever has the Axe trophy, they change the score of that game. That's how petty this rivalry is. We just change history, change scores. I love it.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds space on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back to pass, it's Gulbranson. Oh, they're after him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job on third down, getting the sack, and possibly forcing the field goal.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Cal Bears offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
The Golden Bears with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. There's always one thing sure to get the juices flowing for the Cardinal and the sturdy Golden Bears, and that's anything to do with the axe, guys.
Yeah, and the trophy games are fun. It's not a real axe, by the way. It's kind of a trophy with an axe on it. But this means something to them. It means something to the fans. All the pranks, all the history behind it, Palmer.
Yeah, it's really actually more of a plaque, which is interesting. But regardless, it doesn't matter what the records are between these two teams. Stanford and Cal, it comes down to this game. This is bragging rights, not just today, but for the rest of the year.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Morris. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the Golden Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
After that last completion, it's second down. Back to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll go to the ground. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Might as well stick with him. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Reads it, fires complete.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
And here comes the offense on second down. To throw, it's Gulbranson. Quick strike complete. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
He's brought down at the 45-yard line. First down for the offense.
This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got him wide open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cardinal!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. It'll be a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Makes the grab. It's King. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Golden Bears kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on 1st down. The throw. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Golden Bears! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Fires on the run. Pulls it in down the middle. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Get a big play like that last one. You flip the field. You change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Stanford! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Power football with the run. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The play action fake. Snagged in the middle. It's King. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground, off right tackle. Turning it on! Past the first down marker and still running. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Golden Bears are rolling down the field. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's King. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Offense in a bunch formation. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
The Golden Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Golden Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll throw on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Morris. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It is perfect. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. That's caught. It's Farrell. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Gulbranson. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell. Sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone, know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
Knocked down at the 22. That's a 1st down, and they can still stop the clock.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Pressure coming. They get to him, and boy, did this defense need that.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. The sure hands, it's Williams. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, massive massive expectations when the axe is on the line, and through 2 quarters, Cal and Stanford have not disappointed. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Cal and Stanford plays out.
Stanford will boot it away to start this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. The quick out. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Nice move to keep running. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Leaves it with the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They go right back to him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Punt is on its way. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Trying play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ford. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker? Is it a receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. And you could tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Pulls and fires complete. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. From the gun. Give on the inside.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
To the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Right on the money. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
4th down coming up.
The Golden Bears will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. To the air, it's Gobranson. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI. Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Rush is on him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
In this offense, man, here in the 2nd half, they give up another sack, and they're just not as crisp. Like, 1st half, it felt like they were in a good rhythm. Nice job by this defense. After half, coming out with some adjustments that has confused this offense.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They're able to get him stop just shy of the first down marker.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Golden Bears will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a man on the right. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game, and you saw a great example of that right there.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Golden Bears trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with the one there.
3rd and goal for the offense. Looking to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cal! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They march 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Branson. And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Here's the give off the left side. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
This one's complete. There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the 1st down.
Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Brings up 3rd down.
And the Golden Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the 1st? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Field goal is good. And, guys, we are deadlocked here in the final period.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Gets it out fast. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Gobranson. Grabbed over the middle, it's Ford. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Give to the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
First down for the offense.
This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Gulbranson. Using the quick game. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Gonna run it. It's Ford. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
A first down run in the red zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting a tackle for the loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ford.
And sometimes I think there are decisions, and you've got to make the tough decisions, and that's your job. That's why you get paid the big bucks, but I'm taking the lead. I'm kicking the field goal. I'm taking no chances.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. What a disappointment. No good. After the miss here in the 4th quarter, still deadlocked.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
The Golden Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield. It's King. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Wants to throw on third down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Kane. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
The throw to the outside is complete. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
Now the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on third down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. They'll try to run for it. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Golden Bears back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
The Golden Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got the back over the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on third down, and life is much better. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Golden Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Bears will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Back to pass, it's Gulbranson. That's caught, it's Ford. On the move at the 30. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Wants to go up top on first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to throw on first down. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Just picked up 3 yards, but he did get out of bounds to try to save every precious second.
Brings up second down.
So now it's second and long. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
This late in the game, fourth quarter, go time, we got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste too many more downs. I know it's third down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The game is over. Band is not on the field, and it is the sturdy Golden Bears who will come home with the coveted axe after beating Stanford. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.